Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills. Happy Christmas and Hanukkah Eve. I am recording this video because, hello, it's Christmas Eve. So I've recorded it a little early. Just so you know, you can still shop at MemoryINKers.com. But I know that you're all busy. So I want to tell you a couple of things. I am going to do my paper pumpkin alternatives, but also that I will not be doing any videos until after the new year because I'm going to be enjoying some restful and happy times during the holiday season, which I'm sure all of you understand. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to show you the kit. You've probably all seen the unboxing, so I'm not going to get carried away. It's a very pretty kit, but you get a lot of supplies. Of course, I only have some left because I've been creating for you. I love these vellum leaves. These are die cut, so you can pop them out super easy. You get 9, I believe, of these scalloped edge cards. They're so cool. 9 envelopes. And then for the envelopes, in here is stickers so that you can write the addresses on something white and then place them on the envelopes. I have not done that because there's enough of them that I am going to use them for some other things. And I have a white gel pen, which I think would write really nicely on these, or even a black marker would work well. So let me pause the video so I can clean up and show you a few more things. Okay, so the first things I'm going to show you is I always do the card just the way Stampin' Up! Suggests that we do them. Let me zoom in a little bit here. There we go. So this is how Stampin' Up! Suggests. And then I like to do an alternative, but if you look, it's almost identical, except for this one, I used the awesome dotted circles embossing folder. It's the 3D one, so it's nice and thick. And I put it on Blackberry Bliss. Also, I don't know if you can see it back here, but that is one of those envelope white scallopy things, which I used my blending brushes to give it a little bit of a green hue. So, and then I glued it on before I did the embossing. So if you look carefully, you can see that they are embossed together. This piece and that piece are embossed together. So that's very cool. So that's the first alternative. Then this was the second original, designed by Stampin' Up! And here is my take on it. The embossing folder in the back of that is fern, which seems rather appropriate. I'm hoping you guys can see it, but it's actually very cool because it's kind of a muted. It's got spots where it like doesn't emboss well, like it's supposed to be that way. Anyway, so there's that one. Then the last one is this one. It's very pretty. Now, please don't get me wrong. I like the white on white. I think it's kind of cool. But of course, I had to change that one with Moody Mauve. And I added some ribbon to a couple of them, actually. And this one uses the Retired Now Basic 3D Embossing Folder. But I love this one. And speaking of the fact that it's retired, I want you guys to know that in 2025, you may see me pull in more retired stuff. I have tried not to do that because, you know, as a salesperson, what good does it do for me to show you something you can't buy from me anymore? But we all have it. So many of you guys may have a lot of the stuff that I have that's retired too. So why not? So again, my alternatives for these, and I'm going to do a couple for you, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back down. There we go. I am going to take, this is an idea kind of sort of similar. It's sort of kind of cased, I guess I should say. from something I saw on the demonstrator place. Sorry, I'm adjusting. I am going to trim down the beautiful design here. Oh, that must have been ink or something. Oh, well. All right, so I am going to switch it since I have another one here. Ha! See how tricky I am? I'm going to trim this down to 5 inches. So I'm taking this scallop and I'm coming over here to the 5-inch line. And I'm going to trim that. And then I'm going to go to the 4-inch line and trim them both at the 4-inch line, because I'm going to use them on 2 separate cards. Now, I don't know yet, but I'm thinking I might be able to use this scalloped edge somewhere, so I'm not going to throw it away. So you may see that on a future post. So there we go with those. All right, so now this is going to be fun because I have notes here reminding me what it is I was going to do. Okay, so I am going to take this Blackberry Bliss is going to be my base. And I could certainly use that other one for the inside of the card, which is what I might do, because I am going to have one extra. I've got 3 cards to show you today, 3 more alternatives. But I have one extra of the base cards, so I may end up using that on the inside of these. I don't know yet, but we will see. So this is going to be the base, and what's going to happen is this is going to go like this. Actually, I need this one. It's going to go like this onto the card front, okay? But what I'm going to do is I am going to ink up with my Blackberry Bliss from Sweetly Scripted. I'm going to stamp up, ink up Happy Birthday. Okay, I just had to make sure I was recording. Because when you pause it, you know, I forget. I forget. So, I'm going to ink that up. This would be a lot easier if I use my ink pad correctly, right? And then I definitely want something under there. And so that I can see it, you guys can tilt your head a little bit. I'm going to put the Happy Birthday kind of like that. All right, so it says Happy Birthday. And then I was looking for like wishing you and all that stuff, but I couldn't find one. But I found the word wishes in Everyday Greetings. I mean, I'm sure I've had stamps that said that, you know, and Stampin' Up! Has some, but I didn't have one in my stash. So I'm going to take the word wishes and I'm going to stamp it on that line. And then this is where you may want to have better penmanship than me. And I am going to do for a Happy Birthday. My penmanship is not good. I am well aware of that. But it's okay. All right, so now I have that, and I want to look for my vellum. Okay, I'm going to set that aside because I won't be using that. I want one of my little vellum leaves. And I am going to take my Mossy Meadow and a blending brush. And you want to be careful with vellum. You know, you don't want to tear it. So just very gently, I'm going to put some green on these pretty fern pieces. Okay, I just wanted it lightly. So now I have some green fern, and I am not going to dimensional this, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that into place. Remember, this is Blackberry Bliss is very dark, so you're definitely going to want to put some white on the inside. So there we go. Why does that seem really long? It's not. I wonder if I cut it a little short. I might have, but it's okay. It all works. Then I want to add this piece. So I'm going to, and this is how I glued them on the other ones that I showed you. I just put a little bit on the back of a couple of the leaves just to hold it in place. Because sometimes, you know, flip-floppy is kind of fun. I mean, like stuff that's loose like that. And then, looking at my notes again, I am using this one, I think. I'm going to pop the hole out of that one. No, I wanted, I don't think that's right either. I think it is this one. Sorry. So there we go. We can pop that on there. And of course, we're going to use dimensionals for that. I wish I could remember who I saw do this. She actually used one of the newer stamps that kind of did the corner automatically. But you know, we don't all have the newest and best, right? And like I said, I'm going to be trying to use what hopefully you might have in your stash. By the way, both of those stamp sets that I just showed were online. So they're on MemoryINKers.com, and they're one of the online exclusives. 2 of the online exclusives. So there we go. And then we're going to grab, of course, some of the pretty bling that came with this kit. So pretty. They always give you plenty of bling, which I really like, because then you can, you know, you've got extra, and if you want to get carried away and do some others. But isn't that pretty? Wishes for a happy birthday. So there's that alternative card. Now I have this other piece, remember? And I'll fold. This is Moody Mauve. It's one of our in colors. Also, you're going to want a piece of basic white on the inside of that one. And this time, I am going to go landscape, and I'm going to push this all the way to the edge. I'm just trying to decide if that's the way I want to go, or do I want to go that way. But I'm going to push it to the edge, like so. Okay, and the way I like to line these up, because I use the liquid glue, it gives me a minute to tap it into place. So I can get it pretty darn close to the edges that I want it to be on. So there we go. We've got that. Now, I was going to maybe do these in Moody Mauve, but I chose not to. So I was thinking of putting them on there and then adding these beautiful, which I think it's a peony, but I decided that I would do this instead. I'm trying to remember how I decided to do that. Like so. So this first one, I'm going to glue down flat the fern. And then this one is going to go up on dimensionals. Oh, I should pop out the little holes, right? I don't know if you guys noticed that, but there are places to pop out of some of these. Not the fern. The fern doesn't have any things to pop out, but the other two, the blackberry bough, I guess you would call it, or bow, depending on how you pronounce that word. They both have holes for you to pop out. So we have those. I should probably close my glue. Right? Right. And I'm going to tilt this one off to the side like that. Then we're going to use, as soon as I find them, this, and I'm going to use the same sentiment, happy birthday, with the Blackberry Bliss ink. And then I'm just going to put dimensionals on both sides of the sentiment. That looks a little crooked. Looks a lot of crooked. There we go. And then, of course, some gems. Yes, I know I don't have my take your pick tool handy. I know. It's like I get excited to get ready to go do something for you guys, and I totally forget. So here is where I think I'm going to add some extra bling to it, because I have plenty left, right? So I think I will. I think I'm going to add more. And you know you want an uneven number, so don't forget that when you're doing these kinds of things. So 2, 4, 5. Okay, so there's another alternative. So these are my two alternative cards. I was thinking about doing this one sideways, but then I decided I didn't like it. But you know, you can do so many things with this. And I loved whoever it was who did that, who decided to cut this. So you end up with more cards. So I actually have more, so I can do more fun stuff with it. So here's another thing. And this one, you guys, is seriously an experiment. Hang on, I need to get my little bug, because those are bugging me. I know I've showed this before, but this little thing, it's so cheap on Amazon. No, I don't have an affiliate link. I love it. Also, you guys probably can't barely see them, because at first I thought there was something wrong with my eyeballs. But there is the faintest yellow, like maybe, I don't even know what to call it, like modeling onto this card. So, I don't know what to call it, but there it is. So, here we go. We've got that. And then I was looking, hang on, I grabbed some more stuff. I was looking at this empty piece, and I'm like, what can I do with that? Because it's cool. Hello, right? So let me set my card aside for a minute. This is a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is I am going to set this. I keep debating on which way I'm going to do it. I think I'll stick with my original plan. And I'm going to kind of line it up with the edge, because these edges here are pretty even, and line it up like that. And whoops, sorry. Perfection is overrated. Please remember that as you watch anything created by me. So this is a very long Post-it note, isn't it? It's like super long, but I love it. And I should be using one of my smaller ones, but this was what I grabbed. And now I need a little bit more. For over here. And I need some for over here. There we go. So now I have that all held in place. It's basically even. Perfection? No. I forgot to do something first. Nope, it's okay. It'll be all right. Will it? Nope. Totally forgot what I was doing, you guys. Yep, you know me. You guys know me and you love me. I did decide to go like this. I totally forgot. Because what I want to do is I am going to stamp from Spotlight on Nature. Whoops. Forgot something else. I always worry because this thing cuts me off. Where am I? I'm at 21 minutes, so I have to hurry. So, I'm using Spotlight on Nature, Memento ink, and I am going to stamp the flower in the Memento ink right there. And I'm going to stamp the butterfly right there. And then I'm going to just stamp thanks down here in the corner. So there's my basic design. Again, Spotlight on Nature. Love this set. Love it, love it, love it. I think it's just so beautiful. Now I am going to be using this also, but different color. That's also from Spotlight on Nature. So all of the things stamped on here are from that stamp set. So now let me try that again, you guys. Now I am going to spotlight different things. And I have to try to remember what I decided to spotlight. There we go. That was what I believe I decided to do. I hope this is right. I hope I'm right about what I'm thinking. Let go. See how that doesn't look quite right? So watch. I will cheat. There we go. And then that right there. Okay. So the reason I wanted to do this is I kind of wanted to see what colors I'm going to do what with. So I'm going to be using the Mossy Meadow and the Blackberry Bliss. So I am going to start with Blackberry Bliss, sorry. And I am going to kind of color around where the flowers are. Just sort of blend it out a little bit. And then just a little bit around the thanks. Just very light. Whoops. Not so light, but that's okay. It gives it interest and uniqueness. That's what I'm going to go for and say. I think I want to add a little bit more here and maybe there. Just for fun. And now I'm going to take the Mossy Meadow. Now this is going to be really dark, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful this time about the color I'm using. But I definitely want the green in with the, look, I can see where I have like really bad markings there. So we'll see how this goes. Right? And then we're going to add green in here. This might come out a disaster. We don't know. We just don't know. So now I'm going to take this little hash mark in the Blackberry Bliss and kind of stamp it around in different places. And I think I might need just a tiny bit up there. Yep, just a little. All right, let's see what I've done. Did I destroy this card? No, I'm actually okay with it. It looks a little unusual, but I'm okay with that too. So now I'm just going to very lightly put some purple in the butterfly, some Blackberry Bliss. And it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Before I get this too confused, I want to add a little bit more green down here, but just a little. We're not going to get too excited. Maybe just, no, I'm going to leave that. Just to give a little bit of splotchy color in another area. There we go. Oh, look, see what I did? See, I have purple up there. Blackberry Bliss. So that's okay. You know what you do when that happens? You add more. I even got little stripies down here. Jeez, Carrie, seriously. That's okay. That's part of the charm of when you're playing, right? So let me look and see where I'm at. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm back. I had to do that because it cuts me off, and it might cut me off any minute. But this is what I decided to do. I added the Blackberry Bliss textured ribbon from the mini catalog, the one that is ending in beginning of January. And so there you go. It's going to cut me off. I hope you liked this. Remember, this is a pre-recorded video. Have a blessed and wonderful day. And happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Happy New Year. See you in 2025.